Dokkan battle video, and we are going to get into this right here. So, one really good thing the 7th year anniversary has been doing is they've been giving us new missions to the Legendary Vegeta event and the GT Legendary Goku event. Again, I think this is a really good thing that Dokkan has been doing. This is something I feel like nearly every single celebration in the game, I feel like, could potentially get like 1 or 2 of these missions for these events, right? Good rewards, good stone, good stone rewards, stuff like that. And a nice way for people to actually like experiment and use other teams than some of just the mainstays like Pure Saiyans and stuff like that, right? Now, I'm doing this run right here for GT bosses only because Minato, it challenged me as though I couldn't no item this easily. How dare you, Minato? But we're doing GT bosses right here. There's 2 missions added to the GT Legendary Goku event. There's GT heroes and then there's GT bosses, right? Now this mission is going to be very unfair for a lot of people because if you take a glance at the GT bosses like unit listing, it's literally all summonable characters, right? So it's like there's not really like free-to-play characters you're going to be able to bring in here who are going to perform at a high level at all besides the LR Shadow Dragon army. I actually did grab a couple of dupes and I got them to 90% in the dupe system, right? Sort of just sitting there. We still have not gotten that last dupe for the LR Shadow Dragon army. The unit is good, right? So giving them the 3 dupes filled in, the unit does perform well. Remember, they are a support type unit for GT bosses, so they're going to help us out a lot. But like all of the TURs are all summonable. The good news, though, is that a lot of these characters that are really quite dominant in this run, such as the Ize Omega Shenron, these guys are years old, right? Now, Physical Sin Shenron, I've been saying for a while, is better than people give him credit for. Physical Sin Shenron, even though his damage is not impressive, he certainly does not, like, get us killed in this run, right? Like, if you look at Physical Sin Shenron, see, that 2.22 million attack stat's not that impressive, but it's not like he takes damage, right? Like, he's a nice defensive option. Physical Nova is really not good either, but he is able to get up to 200k defense on this sort of, like, run right here. Now, there are a couple of SSR free-to-play characters, such as the Int GT Frieza, the Physical GT Cell, as well as Int Ice Shenron. But even though the GT Frieza does have damage reduction, it's not going to be enough because he has like very low free-to-play stats and he has no defense or anything from his passive besides just his support type buff. So it's like if they give Awakenings to the GT Frieza and Cell, sure. But as of right now, they're really quite unimpressive. Now, I decided to do this. We went for a full Shadow Dragon Saga build because the good thing is that Oceania Shenron and, the LR Shadow Dragon army, the final phase, the strongest phase of this Goku is tech. So it's like, if we make it there, I feel pretty good because none of our top tier Shadow Dragon units are AGL, right? So we don't have to worry about, that tech Goku dragon fisting us and completely blowing us to hell in one attack. I did try this with a double LR Super 17. I did 2 attempts. The first attempt, I got Goku down to like 2 health bars, and he just, dragon fisted the wrong unit, right? It happens. Second run ended just with some bad luck early on. Then I tried the Shadow Dragon Saga build because, I mean, just to put it simply, Omega is just a lot better than LR Super 17, right? Like, it's actually insulting how, like, unimpressive that LR Super 17 is compared to units that are even released right now. LR Super 17 is, 9 months old at the time I'm recording this? So it's still pretty dumb how unimpressive that LR is. All the stupid design choices for him really manifests itself when doing events like this, right? Now, this took 1 try, and this was very easy once I did the full Shadow Dragon Saga build. The reason is because the 2 Omega Shenrons on each rotation, I mean, you guys just see the attack power and the defense that both of these Omega Shenrons have is just utterly disgusting. To the point where I felt like even comfortable, right? Look at that damage. Oh, like 6 million right there. And he could just do multiple of these. I felt comfortable putting Omega in front of Great Ape Goku, who, if he's super attacked, you know, he's going to do a lot of damage, but Omega can eat it. 230k? Most other physical units in the game are dying right there, right? They're taking 700k damage. Omega just said, yep, sorry, dude. You know, he double supered. His defense is looking good. Like, look how impressive that is. That Omega was just able to say, nope, we're good. We are completely good right here, right? So, and then, of course, the MVP of this run is the Texan Shenron. You guys will see, once we reach the end of the fight, you guys will see exactly why Texan Shenron is just, like, utterly ludicrous. Like, he is so ridiculous, but he's a Rainbow Orb Changer. He needs the orbs that he creates, but it doesn't hurt us at all because, like, all these other Shadow Dragons are starting to turn out with their 12-key supers, if you guys are noticing. So the only reason I need to get orbs, really, is just getting orbs to try and, like, heal or get us closer to the Dokkan attack or something like that, right? So again, this was a very easy run. I did decide to bust out the LR Shadow Dragon Army's active skill right here. I mean, not that it really does much. The only thing it does is give them ki, right? And then debuffs the enemy, which doesn't work here, right? It's not like this Goku can't be debuffed anyway. Looks like we can lower his even defense. None of it works because their active skill is so bad. 7 ki and then lowers enemies attack and defense by 30% for 1 turn, but you can't do it until turn 7. There's literally nowhere in the game where this is useful at all. I will never understand why they give him this shitty active skill. It's like it's just horrendous. There's actually nowhere in the game where you could use this, right? If you're gonna have debuff abilities like this, it's got to be turn 1, dude, for Super Battle Road. That's where, because it's like Ultimate Red Zone, all this. Like, by the time you get to turn 7, bosses are always immune to this shit, right? So it's like it doesn't do anything besides give them ki. The ki is helpful, sure, but that's a pretty worthless active skill. So, you know, the presence of all these units on the team is, you know, fairly obvious, right? All these characters are able to help us out in various ways. Again, Texan Shenron, you know, if you get him his orbs, he can triple super attack, triple crit. His defense is like 600k. Like, dude, I did the video for STR Broly and Texan Shenron, and it's like, it's actually unbelievable to me how Texan Shenron is legitimately one of the best units in the game, and that Broly's just like nothing. Like, he's like an okay unit, but you're not going to use him, right? Whereas this Texan Shenron is actually God. It's next turn. We win because of Texan Shenron on this next turn, right? But yeah, obviously my picks for all these units is you know, pretty clear. This is probably the easiest way to do this because Tech Super 17 can get caught. He is very unimpressive, pretty much. Many of the phases, AGL Super 17 just outright feels better. It's very bizarre how they built LR Super 17. A lot of these GT bosses characters have aged and aren't that good. Rildo is certainly solid. The STR Rildo, right? Baby, you don't want to bring Baby in here. No way in hell do you want to try and bring Baby into this event. You don't. He's not. Baby is not good enough anymore. He's too old at this point to really be a factor. So I do expect heavy GT bosses support now that this mission is a thing. Because right now, this like most players, I feel like aren't even going to be able to do this, right? With only your couple of items and how shitty the overall roster for this team is. So I do expect major Shadow Dragon Saga buffs coming. More Shadow Dragon characters. Maybe one of the Part 2 LRs is a Shadow Dragon. So Sin double supers right here. And then let's watch what happens. Okay, so Goku's doing double digits. All right, it's Dragon Fist. You guys know how hard this hits, right? Well, not for Texan Shenron. That's double digits, buddy. Sorry. That's 0 support, by the way. Nova supports Shadow Dragon Saga super class allies. Texan Shenron tanked the Dragon Fist for double-digit damage with no support, just as links. Keep in mind that with physical Omega Shenron, Texan Shenron, they share all 7 links. So it's like Texan Shenron is super good, but then by dropping Easy 8 Omega Shenron, they actually, like, both Easy 8 Omega Shenron and Texan Shenron are gods because they both were released at the same time, right? That's what makes them so crazy, is because both of them are really amazing. Texan Shenron might actually just be the best banner unit in the game. Besides his limitations to teams, he's that good. And then Physical Omega is up there as one of the best EZTURs, right? And it's like you combine both together, and we easily dominated it. Like, look, dude, Goku didn't do shit to us. Goku didn't hurt us the entire way. We completely dominated. Omega, to me, was very impressive in here. Omega in long events is super good. And then Texan Shenron, dude. But one thing you guys are going to notice, I have good equips filled up on all these characters. Because remember the Shadow Dragon Saga story event, you can get equips for all these characters. So I was easily able to fill these characters, like Oceanus and Nova, with like defensive equips and stuff. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.